Hello, welcome to week 3 of CSM. In this video, we'll be going over question 5 of the higher order function section. So yeah, this is a what would Python display question. And here we have defined a mystery function, which takes in f and x. And inside of it, we also define a helper function, which takes in y. And in that helper function, we return the result of applying the function to x and y. And then we want to return the helper. So if we have foo, if we have this statement here, the best thing to do is to keep track of what is being assigned to each variable or like argument. So if you see here, the first argument for mystery is f, the second argument is x. You can kind of correlate these so that this lambda function is f, and this lambda function is x. And if we just take a look at what mystery returns, it returns the helper function. And so you can kind of just think that foo is the helper function. Yeah. After that, we do foo and pass in -2. Remember that foo is intrinsically the helper function, so we can just treat this as helper -2. And then yeah, what do we do from there? So we see that helper wants to return f and while passing in x, y into that function. What is f in this case? We have all the pieces together, and again, we want to specify the variable that we're keeping track of. So this -2 is going to be y. Yes. So given all these variables, we just want to return f, x, y. Filling in the spaces, this would kind of result to lambda a. This is just for understanding's sake. So lambda a gets applied to xy, which is lambda c, and -2. All right. Now we take a look at what lambda a does. Lambda ab, it takes in 2 arguments. So this c right here is going to be treated as a, lambda c, and this -2 is going to be treated as b. And what ends up happening is that we apply a to b, and that would eventually just look like, I guess I'll put another arrow. This would look like c, and takes in -2. And lastly, what does c do? C takes in 1 argument, that would be 2, squares that argument, and then adds 5 to it. So if we do 5 plus the square of -2, we eventually get left with 9. So yeah, hopefully that explains this question. And yeah,